That's right, it's another Sitivien knife, so please stick around. Welcome back, everybody. So I got another Sitivien knife. I know, I have a lot of them at this point. They're just so nice and for such a great value that I just want to keep getting them. It's crazy. I'm gonna have to stop here though, because I think I got enough pocket knives. So just looks like the wiping cloth. Nothing else, no other documentation, very plain box, and there it is. Look, let's take a moment and let's look at this wonderful handle, because this is the first Sitivien knife that I've seen that's machined and ready for you to move the pocket clip to the other side. Look at that. Look at that. A little speck of something there. So there's the machining for the pocket clip. There it is right there. You just have to remove those two, and it looks like there's a connecting pin through there, and then put the clip on that side. So if you're a left-hand carrier, this might be the blade for you. So, well, let's give you a look at the blade. Look at that. Get that little wiping cloth, because that blade needs to be wiped down. Alright, there we go. Now, one thing that confused me a little bit about this is the box said Sitivien ST117, but the product page says Sitivien ST125. So I'm going to go with what it says in the product page, because I'll put a link to that, the Amazon page below. And let me give you some specs while we go ahead and just look at that. So this is the Sitivien ST125 knife, D2 blade steel, G10 handles, and some specs. It is overall length 19.9 centimeters or 7.83 inches. Blade length 8.4 centimeters or 3.3 inches. Handle length 11.5 centimeters or 4.5 inches. Weight of knife 97.4 grams or 3.44 ounces. D2 steel, G10 handle. Hardness of the blade is 59 to 61 Rockwell. Razor sharp out of the box, it says, blah blah blah. Textured G10 handle. It is very nice, feels very good in the hand. Liner lock ball bearing flipper knife, ball bearing swivel, yada yada yada. Current price on Amazon is $27.99, but they offer you currently a coupon with that 5% coupon when you apply it. Comes with this black color for the scales or a funky turquoise jade type handle. Unfortunately, no green. I'll just have to suffer without my green. But it is very nice, Tonto style blade. And unlike the other Sitiviens, they don't have etched on here the model number, just the D2. which makes me really wonder, what is the model number? If you look into the steel liners, there's no drilling out of the steel liners. They're solid. So if you wanted to make this lighter, you could drill those out if you were so inclined. The lockup, yeah, looks like what? About 20% or so. The lockup's good. Excellent. That's very nice. Fits very good in the hand. This pocket clip is a little bit more upswept than others, so it kind of pokes my hand just a little bit. But it's fine. Looks almost like a deep carry pocket clip. Here in a minute I'll get some jeans out. Oh, there's that stupid autofocus acting up. I'll get some jeans out and we'll see how this looks in a pair of jeans. So I'll be right back. But before I get the jeans, we got to do a sharpness test. So, is it sharp? Well, there's hair on there. See all that? So it's hair cutting sharp. It's time for the phone book paper. Ooh, that was me. Let's try over here. I'd say that's sharp. That works. It's pretty dang sharp. On my sharpness scale, I think if I took it to a leather strap for a while, I could make that scary sharp or stupid sharp. But it's sharp. It will cut. Okay. Now, let's see how this guy looks in a pair of jeans. Shall we? So. That is pretty slick. There's not much of that showing at all. So it's almost a deep carry clip. The only thing that kind of concerns me looking at this clip is that's pretty thin. The frame here. And I just wonder, you know, I'm wondering the life of that clip. Looks a little suspect to me. I'm going to pop it in my pocket and see how it feels. Very low profile. Feels very good. Yeah. If you're into modifying folding knives, I would say think about a different pocket clip for this one. Maybe make one. But I had to get a Tonto style blade. I just had to. I've got just about every blade shape I want. Let's oh, look at that. That's so smooth that once you get past the detent, whoops, almost gravity closes it. Look at that. That's impressive. One thing I didn't mention, this looks like a G10 spacer in here. Yep, that's G10 for a spacer in the rear end. She looks perfectly centered. I mean, I just like the profile of this and how much of the blade disappears into the handle when it's folded. Now, if you're into thumb opening, that does work, and they do have this cut out for your thumb. It's just a bit odd feeling to me because it's so low profile. You know, could we flick it? I don't know if I can. I can't get enough of a positive. Yeah, there we go. It's just kind of funky trying to flick it with your thumb. This is definitely a flipper. And that's, flippers are my favorite kind of knives. They always have been. So, yeah. Alright, on to the next segment. Final thoughts. There's pros and cons with this folder right away. First pro is that you're able to move the pocket clip. So if you're a left-handed carrier, you can move the pocket clip. That's great. I wish they did that on all their knives. Con, however, is the cutout here for the pocket clip is huge. And that makes this almost wire size on either side, makes it very thin. I can flex that very easy. I don't know what the long-term life of that kind of a configuration is going to be. They could have made this pocket clip similar to the other ones where, you know, there's more material here. So that's a con. The form factor and everything is definitely a plus. It's butter smooth. It's good and sharp out of the box. You know, as far as those points go, it's very good. It's very attractive. Good lines to it. You know, I like how it's got that nice gradual curve to the very handle. And then the Tonto, it's not so abrupt. Like some Tontos are very chisel-like. No, this one's got a nice curve, almost like a sword or a katana or something. I like that. The action is just perfect. The handle is good. You know, the only real con is that clip. So, is it worth the money? Is it worth $27.99? Yes. When there's a coupon on these, that's the time to get them. It would make a good gift for someone. You know, one of my favorite knives when I was younger was a knife I showed in a previous video I carried in the Army, and it was a full-tang Tonto knife from Taylor Cutlery. And I took that thing all over the world with me. So I have a fondness for Tontos. I just remember the good old days in the 80s when, where I grew up, they used to have this Kung Fu Theater on channel UHF 50. This is back in the days when almost nobody had cable. Cable was like super expensive. And you would tune in late night on Saturday night, and you would watch this Kung Fu Theater on UHF 50. And man, I thought that was the coolest thing as a kid growing up, and I just got a very taste for this style of blade. And I've always loved them ever since. So for me, it gets points for that. I'm going to give it a thumbs up, even though I think this pocket clip is a potential failure in the making. But I don't think I've ever, except for maybe once or twice, ever picked up a knife and found nothing I didn't like about it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm picky, or maybe I just know what I like. But those are my thoughts. I give this Sitivien ST125 a thumbs up. I think it's worth it. And if you think it's worth it, you might want to buy one. I'll see you later out in those woods, and thank you for watching.